April last, that we are the one to work on behalf of the college to encourage and support postgraduate training and postgraduate education in the specialty in that country or region. To select candidates for postgraduate training. So it has to be the community work to be together. The Minister of Health has to take our advice, and the Minister of Higher Education, as we have been nominated as a senior gynecologist in that country. As you know, we have had long experience with a degree. So to select candidates for postgraduate training in the United Kingdom. I mean the sponsorship of international graduate for post in UK. To contribute to hospital visiting for the approval. You know, sir, you know all that we have got a problem. And the President is very well aware of this, that most of our hospitals are not recognized for final membership. Recognition needs a fulfillment of many tasks that we will mention later. To assist with the conduct of college membership examination whenever necessary. We are fortunate that we have conducted it here. For the fellows on the committee to advise the college of suitable candidate for elevation to follow. Like any member of the college, by exam we have earned this membership, and Dr. Zirian knows very well. مو مثل ما قسم من الناس قالوا هذا الممبرشيب يعني عضوية في أي مؤسسة. لأن هذا الشيء يلمنا احنا وأنا ودكتور فؤاد we have discussed this. I want Dr. Fouad to mention it. To obtain a membership is a lot of work of 5-6 years of our life. We have denied our right with our husbands. We have to take our hat down for our husband like Ms. Parliament. I spent 6 years of my life there. The same thing somebody else in summer after that. She has been lucky that Namzat was with her. We need to work day and night to get this membership through exams. It's not only to pay the money and get membership. After being in the profession for 13 years, you have to be elevated by your earlier colleagues, more senior colleagues to the college to say that this candidate has done this and that, so they will be raised to fellowship. Those who have obtained fellowship is an indication that they are the most senior gynecologists in the country. To liaise with national societies and other appropriate institutions on educational matters, as we said, to assist in the organization of local continuing medical education. It's our job to arrange continual medical education. It's not the job of administration of health that it has been so in this country, which is really wrong. خلاص؟ Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. So that was in summary our job, and I just want to mention something. What have we done? You remember this big conference that we arranged by the help of our Prime Minister? Of course, 4 years ago I worked a lot for it. We got a budget, we worked hardly until we got through, and this is the harvest of our continuous work for it. Here, many of our colleagues was in this conference, and we were very lucky to attract the Royal College of Obstetricians, 17 members of them, who came and appeared in this conference. And thanks to Dr. Idris, who was with us. Obviously, Dr. Zirian was not with us because he was not in the country. And here is the president of the Royal College. He started the ignition. When he came, he started the ignition. That there is something going on in this country. They approved that our country is suitable for such a process. And more negotiation with the member of the college. You can recognize many of them. And here is the meeting with Dr. Idris. And here is the memorandum of understanding on the 4th of July last year. Only 4 months after the conference, Dr. Idris came to England and we were there and we signed the contract. And the contract is a long story, that is a memorandum of understanding between both of us. Fortunately, we were able to arrange examination following that memorandum of understanding. And this is a Kurdish lady in her national costume which is on the wall of one of the college's important rooms, one of the lecture rooms. But the beauty is from Bana, not from our Kurdistan. It's beauty from Bana, that's Iranian Kurdistan. Let me show you. Probably some of our Arab colleagues, they do not make the differentiation. This lady has got a dress of Bana costume, the other side of Kurdistan, Iranian Kurdistan. But it's the same. Here is the following that, we had the exam, and the most senior oncologist in England came to the country, Professor John Shepard, Dr. Idris, and again Nazad Hadi were honored by their visit, by his invitation. We gathered together in his presence, and this message was taken back to. So we have got a credit now in the college. We have been credited. This is in the hospital. My aim was to recognize this hospital. This is Rizgali Hospital, and they operated at Rizgali Hospital. Dr. Zirgan was there, seeing the patient, and here is the two senior gynecologists. One of them is John Shepard, senior oncologist by endoscopy, and senior gynecologist Frappel, Jonathan Frappel, gynecological endoscopic gynecologist. In our theaters, they operated, and here is the gathering of students who are preparing for their examination were lectured. And this is the harvest of our work. 102 candidates sat in the examination. Dr. Idris, they offered us the قاعة كلية الهندسة for the examination, which was بيض وجهنا القاعة beautifully. And Dr. Amil Azzo is very proud. He is laughing when we goodbye the teachers. Thank you.
السيد وزير التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي المحترم، السيد وزير الصحة المحترم، السيد وزير الدولة المحترم، السادة السيدات الأساتذة الأفاضل. I'm going to talk about the perspective of the Iraqi Representative Committee of the Royal College to improve standards in maternal care. If we look at our recent biostatistics about maternal and perinatal mortalities in Iraq, unfortunately, one will recognize that they are similar to the very poor and undeveloped countries. These figures are inappropriate to the potential natural and human resources of our country. And I am sure no one is proud of this standard in maternal care. The responsibility of this deterioration in standards in maternal care falls upon what happened to Iraq from destruction of its infrastructure and the brain drain due to the wars and sanctions over the last 3 decades. Now, and after the positive changes that occurred in Iraq after 2003, the responsibility of improving the health services falls upon the good, courageous doctors who are still serving their people, and of course upon the support of the government and others. This improvement of the health services should obviously cover whole Iraq, especially in the fields of maternal and child welfare. During this important meeting of very distinguished leaders, I would like to give the perspective of the Iraqi Representative Committee to improve standards in maternal care. This committee consists of Professor Atiyah as the chairman, and Professor Fuad Al-Dahan from Basra as a member, Professor Maida Shimdeen from Duhok as a member, Professor Amal Fatouhi from Baghdad, and Professor Sarmat Khonde from Baghdad and myself from Kirkuk. I think Dr. Atiya talked to you about the functions of the IRC, but to summarize, one of its important function is to encourage and support postgraduate training and postgraduate education in the specialty in that country, and to contribute to hospital visiting for the approval of training at the request of the RCOG Hospital Recognition Committee, and to liaise with national societies and to assist in the organization of local continuous medical education and continuing professional development for fellows and members. This committee, as part of its function, is trying to play a role in the preparation of the young doctors to obtain the membership of RCOG easily and without suffering. This has been accomplished by the approval of the college to consider Erbil as an examination center, enabling candidates to sit Part 1 and Part 2 exams in Erbil instead of sitting them in other places, sparing the expenses and suffering of traveling. And this picture shows the examination that took place in Erbil in last March. This achievement is part of the implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Royal College and the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research in Kurdistan Regional Government of Iraq. Of course, this will make Erbil as an educational center, an educational city, similar to other cities like Edinburgh of Scotland, and will make Erbil more prosperous. This achievement was only accomplished after regaining the college confidence in the prosperous situation of Kurdistan and its civilization. This credit goes back to Professor Atiya and the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research and their assistants, especially after the efforts that were exerted in organizing the last conference in Erbil. And this is one of the pictures of Erbil conference. Now it's our duty as leaders and decision makers to discuss the following. First, to prepare the candidates to sit Part 1 exam in Erbil, and that is by organizing, in my opinion, payable courses in different subjects, like a course in biostatistics, medical genetics, medical physics, anatomy, etc. And the most important obstacle in this matter will be its administrative work. For instance, who is going to collect the subscription fees of the candidates? Who's going to pay the lecture fees for the Iraqi and non-Iraqi lecturers? Because maybe we can call foreigners to lecture. And where will be the venue of this activity? And second, to prepare the candidates to sit Part 2 exam in Erbil. Now we have dozens of candidates who are willing and ready to sit this tough exam in Iraq soon. Its preparation needs the following. First, to participate in what we call Strat-OG program, which is a learning from distance using the internet. It consists of tutorials that cover all the curriculum necessary to sit Part 2 exam. This needs collaboration with the medical deaneries. You need computers, you need internet connection, and a budget. And third, to organize video